Now, the Rahul Gandhi versus government face-off has escalated inside Parliament over his remarks on the India-US trade deal. In fact, this comes after Rahul Gandhi made a fierce attack on the India-US trade deal, blamed the government for coming out with a very small trade deal. In fact, BJP's chief whip in Parliament, Sanjay Jaiswal, has moved a notice seeking removal of what he calls objectionable portions from the Leader of Opposition's speech. Though some remarks were expunged, the BJP says this isn't enough. More needs to be done simply because the speech contains many objectionable aspects. The BJP MP, in fact, Nishikant Dubey, has now filed a motion seeking cancellation of Rahul Gandhi's Lok Sabha membership itself, alleging that he speaks without facts. If admitted, the motion could be discussed and put to vote. And if the motion is indeed passed, Rahul Gandhi's membership could also be lost. Rahul Gandhi has sharply attacked the trade deal, calling it a weak agreement. In fact, his sister, who's also a Lok Sabha member of Parliament, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, struck a defiant note as well, saying that the government can do whatever they want against Rahul Gandhi. It does not affect him. He will continue to raise these issues. I'm going to play out some of those important sound bites and then we take the story forward.
सब्सटेंसिव मोशन दिया है क्योंकि किसी एमपी के खिलाफ यदि कोई आरोप लगाते हैं, मैं उनकी तरह जो है नियम कानून का हत्या करने वाला आदमी नहीं, या उनकी तरह दादागिरी से जो है ये संविधान नहीं चलाने की बात है। मैंने एक सब्सटेंसिव मोशन दिया है, उसमें मैंने जिक्र किया है कि कैसे ये सोरोस फाउंडेशन के साथ, फोर्ड फाउंडेशन के साथ, यूएसएड के साथ मिलकर थाईलैंड जाते हैं, कंबोडिया जाते हैं, वियतनाम जाते हैं, यूएस जाते हैं, भारत विरोधी ताकतों के साथ किस तरह से मिले हुए रहते हैं। इनकी सदस्यता भी रद्द हो और इनको जिंदगी भर के लिए चुनाव लड़ने के लिए डिबार भी कर दी जाए।
एफआईआर, तमाम केस, ये सब क्या क्या करेंगे, करने दीजिए, राहुल जी को फर्क नहीं पड़ता। एफआईआर, तमाम केस, ये सब क्या क्या करेंगे, करने दीजिए, राहुल जी को फर्क नहीं पड़ता।
मैंने कल भी कहा हूं, ऑथेंटिकेट बोले तो मैं ऑथेंटिकेट करता हूं, बोलता है। ऑथेंटिकेशन के लिए अभी तक रिकॉर्ड नहीं दिया है, अभी तक एविडेंस नहीं दिया है। कुछ भी बिना तथ्य के आधार पर ऐसे बोलते हैं, वो समझे वो राजा महाराजा है, ऐसे ही बोल सकते हैं।
सरकार के प्रिविलेज लाने की तैयारी कर रही है,
वो तो पार्लियामेंट्री अफेयर्स मिनिस्ट्री एंड मिनिस्टर डिसाइड करेगा। मुझे उसके बारे में जानकारी नहीं है, लेकिन सदन में हो, सदन के बाहर हो, मोस्ट इमेच्योर्ड बिहेवियर वो हर बार कर रहे हैं और जनता इसीलिए उनको हार का रुचि हर बार दिखा रहे हैं, फिर भी उनको समझ नहीं आ रहा है।
If they file privilege motion, if they tried to remove his membership last time, what happened? People elected more than than Modi ji. Check the voters of Varanasi and Rai Bareli. You removed him the parliament there. After the election, people elected him more majority than Narendra Modi ji. We are not bothered about the privilege, this substantiate. We are not bothered about it. If you want to hang us, hang us.
All right, let me now tell you exactly what is the bone of contention here. Why is it that the government versus Rahul Gandhi face-off has only intensified in this budget session? First and foremost, you had the government actually saying that there will be a no privilege motion that will be filed against Rahul Gandhi. That's the first thing that they said. No privilege motion against Rahul Gandhi they will put out, simply because they feel that the notice to remove portions of Rahul Gandhi's speech has been put forth. Remember, the BJP has said, the government has said there are many aspects of Rahul Gandhi's speech that is objectionable and need to be expunged. Some of it has happened. They say more needs to be done. Some parts of Rahul Gandhi's speech has already been removed, but BJP wants more. They feel that there are some aspects which are objectionable, which are not backed by facts, and put the government of India in poor light simply because it's not backed by any facts. Here is where Nishikant Dubey, BJP MP, has submitted motion to end Rahul Gandhi's Lok Sabha membership. Now, this is very serious because he is the Lok Sabha leader of opposition. If accepted, Parliament will debate and then vote on Nishikant Dubey's motion. If the motion is indeed passed, then Rahul Gandhi stands to lose his membership. And that, I think, is the single biggest aspect of this entire story. Can that happen? What are the grounds on which this can happen? One is the technicalities, and then, of course, are the other aspects of it and the political showdown that it is likely to lead to. Let's in fact now get in Radhika Khera representing the BJP, Neeraj Mishra representing the Congress, essentially the two voices on this story. Neeraj Mishra, let me start with you. The government, the BJP MP Nishikant Dubey, in his proposal that he has put forth, says that there are very valid grounds to seek the removal of the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha simply because he speaks without facts. And that should not be allowed on the floor of the House.
Madam, I would like to tell you that this government actually works on headlines management. So today there was a Bharat Bandh called by trade unions, farmers, civil society people. And because it had to be shadowed, a new shigufa, which this government is expert in, they brought in. And now they are asking that Rahul ji has been quoting misfacts. I'll tell you, when this objection of Indian sovereignty is happening, if anybody is bringing it to light, that is only this nationalist called Rahul Gandhi. He is telling you that why are you giving up your sovereignty to somebody like Donald Trump, who what he says, he doesn't even remember the next day. He has told you that your tariff sovereignty is gone for a toss because now he will decide that the reciprocal tax you will take is 0. He will take his 18%. He has asked you to revoke your sovereignty in terms of your trade relations with other countries. He has told you that if you buy Russian oil, he will again impose tariffs on you. That too, extra 25% tariffs. And the third, the most important part is that the national sovereignty of the country is being adjudicated. Reason being that everything on the trade deal is being announced by Washington. Nothing from New Delhi's side is being added to that. So whenever all these things are brought in, and we are not quoting anything from the Epstein Files, because Hardeep Epstein Puri will find it very hard to defend it. So they wanted to deflect all these questions.
Clarified, but I take your point. Let me put that to the BJP. I'm going to give you all the time, sir. I'm going to give you all the time, Neeraj Mishra. Radhika Khera, respond to that. The Congress is asking legit questions related to trade deal. This proposal has therefore come in.
Good evening to everyone. And let's start, before I go on to the question that you asked, let's start with 2 points, very important points that the Congress spokesperson put out. He said, and I quote, "What Trump says he does not even remember the very next day." अरे भाई साहब, फिर आप लोग ट्रम्प पे विश्वास क्यों करते हैं? Why does the Congress go goo gaga over everything Mr. Trump says? You have Mr. Priya Shunet giving out videos. You have Mr. Jairam Ramesh giving out 2-page length, full length. Even Twitter says, "Bhai sahab, bas kariye, isse zyada jagah nahi hai." Rahul Gandhi comes and quotes in Parliament. Rahul Gandhi believes Mr. Trump, Mr. Donald Trump, the President of America, over his own army, Indian Army Chief, Indian Air Force Chief, and Indian Navy Chief. When you yourself are saying that he does not remember what he said the previous day, then why are you going after Trump? Then you should not even believe anything that he's saying. You are contradicting your own self. Let me, Gauri, begin this by saying very clearly the Parliament is not a street protest. It is not a press conference stage, and it is certainly not Rahul Gandhi's personal performance area. What we've been witnessing is not dissent. It's disruption. It is not debate, but drama. Rahul Gandhi thinks he's a ringleader. His people are a circle troop, and the Parliament is a circus. Unfortunate way. Have you seen the way he's now gone on to attack even the journalists? Today, when journalists asked him a question, "Bhai, tum ye kya kar rahe ho? Do your work." Rahul Gandhi gives advice to every single person in the world to do their work, but does not do his own work himself. What has he done after 90 plus losses? Has he worked on himself or said, "I will not run the party, I will not be LOP"? How can someone claim to be an LOP of the opposition where under his own leadership, the Congress has lost over 90 plus.
Okay, all right, Radhika. He is LOP because of the Lok Sabha results. But okay, I take your point.
They should have made someone else. No,
not an arena of theatrics.
Someone else. They should have made someone else.
Not an arena of theatrics. I get your point. And I'm going to give, Neeraj, I'm going to give you also a chance to respond. But I want to rope in my colleague Aishwarya, who's tracking this budget session, where everything except the budget is essentially the focal point. Aishwarya, fill us through now with the latest that's unfolding. The fact is, you're actually looking at the possibility of leader of opposition losing his Lok Sabha membership.
Well, that's right. It is now, the political showdown, which, is on the floor of the House. On one side, just before the adjournment, it is Nishikant Dubey who has moved substantive motion, which has now not been accepted as of now. Tomorrow is a day when this could be accepted, and certainly Rahul Gandhi needs to answer before the ad hoc committee. What the Bharatiya Janata Party has been saying is that these claims that have been made by Rahul Gandhi are completely baseless. The allegations against Prime Minister and Hardeep Puri are baseless, and this is demeaning to the country. On the other side, the Congress Party has been stating that Rahul Gandhi is ready to authenticate every fact if the Speaker asks to the Leader of Opposition, Rahul Gandhi. Certainly, tomorrow is a day if the motion that has been moved by Nishikant Dubey in the lower house is accepted by the voice vote, then whether a committee, an ad hoc committee, which will be formed or not, it is the prerogative of Speaker, and that Speaker will be deciding by tomorrow.
All right, we're going to leave it there and come back to you tomorrow as updates come in as to whether A, the proposal is admitted, and what does the Ethics Committee of Lok Sabha actually think on the grounds that have been raised by BJP MP Nishikant Dubey. Okay, Radhika, I'm going to ask you this question, something that Aishwarya was also pointing, and Neeraj, I'm going to give you all the time to respond to that as well. Radhika, the question or the premise of the proposal is that there are continued misdeeds by Rahul Gandhi for destabilizing the country, and Rahul Gandhi is a major constituent of the thuggery gang to destabilize India from within. Specifics.
Isn't that true, Gauri? Every time there is a parliament session, a toolkit comes from Mr. Soros or China, wherever, where maybe the Chinese, where he signed an MOU with, or Mr. Soros who funds them. Someone sends him a toolkit, and just before the parliament session, there'll be something. Kabhi raffle will start up. Sometime there will be that. Remember that phone hacking software came up. Then there was Epstein Files. Well, Epstein Files has Mrs. Sonia Gandhi's name in it as well. Let's have a discussion on that. Why is she mentioned by Epstein? Did she also go and visit Epstein? Did she have any communication? And very categorically and clearly, the Epstein Files speak about Mrs. Gandhi. Why are we not talking about that? We want to talk. If Mr. Neeraj Mishra here wants a conversation on Epstein, let's start. Let's talk about the very serious charge. The 11th times Mr. Rahul Gandhi has been mentioned in Epstein Files. Let's talk about Priyanka Madam being mentioned. Let's start with Sonia ji, who is the leader. And I believe she's the strongest woman leader that the Congress party has ever seen, coming from Italy. And she went on to win an election and the country ready to be taking her as prime minister. So let's start with her. What is her connection with Epstein? What is her connection? And her connection with George Soros Foundation also came in. If you remember, it's on the website that she's a part and the chairperson of that entire
let's give Neeraj a chance to rebut to what you are saying. The specifics in terms of the statutory proposal filed by Nishikant Dubey against Rahul Gandhi, which is yet to be taken up by the Ethics Committee. Neeraj Mishra, respond to what the BJP spokesperson is saying.
Gauri, I would like to answer 3 of the questions which Radhika has raised.
Sure.
First and foremost, she should understand that Parliament is a space for the opposition. The government's functioning happens 365 days round the year, and they have all the necessary tools given by the Constitution to run their government. But the opposition only has this Parliament where they can raise specific questions which are very burning to the people of this country. And that is why we always choose Parliament sessions as a forum where we can ask them the questions, we can ask for accountability. Second, what Radhika is saying about Mrs. Gandhi, Mr. Rahul Gandhi or Mrs. Priyanka Gandhi, I would like her to just read from any of the emails. I can read from Hardeep Epstein Puri's all the emails. I can tell you about, I'll not take that Tom, Dick and Harry conglomerate person because there would be some clash. I can take his son's names also, that all the people associated with Mr. Modi, I can read verbatim what is written in those files. And third point, which Ms. Radhika Khera was telling me about Donald Trump, she should understand, if Donald Trump would have spoken anything, we would have not reacted in this manner. These are executive orders. These are frameworks which are being given from Washington, and everything is word by word agreed upon by the Indian counterparts. That is why we are saying that when you are
the charge is Rahul Gandhi is destabilizing the country from within. That's the charge being leveled against the leader of opposition. Neeraj.
Gauri, you tell me, asking the right questions do account for these charges. If we are saying that if reciprocal taxes had to be imposed on any country, then why are we imposing only 0% taxes? We are the biggest consumer market. We are the biggest data pool. We could have negotiated the deal far better than what has happened. If we are saying that we have our national sovereignty, we are free to decide with which country we will do trade. Who is
We have
Donald Trump?
negotiated
Who
from
is
a point
America
of
to
strength,
tell us?
right? We
These
have
are valid
negotiated from a point
questions.
of strength.
Gauri, I could not hear what you said.
I'm saying we have negotiated from a point of strength. That's the whole point of the trade deal. Neeraj Mishra.
Gauri, do you want me to break down that where we have subjugated our sovereignty, our plus points which we had? A country of 140
that is what Rahul Gandhi had to do.
People,
but the charge is he didn't have facts on his side. But yeah, go ahead. Finish your point. Yes.
Look, we have been telling this from day one that we are ready to authenticate everything. But the chair, I am very sorry to say, is partisan. It is devoted to an ideology. A BJP karyakarta is sitting there, and that is how he's trying to run the show. But that is not going to happen. The constitutional framework gives us all the rights to raise valid questions. That we are doing. They have all the tools available to them. Let them exercise whatever power they have. The people of this country are seeing that there is only one nationalist, Rahul Gandhi, who is questioning this revocation of national sovereignty, which the BJP, and I'm really sorry to take Prime Minister's name, Narendra Modi is revoking. That is very sad.
Can I please come
Okay,
in?
Radhika wants to counter that. Yes.
Okay. Two very quick points. I'll start with Mr. Neeraj Mishra challenging me to read out something from the Epstein Files. Well, since he's insisting I take Madam Gandhi's name, I didn't want to. I respect the lady a lot, but I would still read it out what Epstein says about her. From India, where the How to Academy recently met Sonia Gandhi and who suggested how to win an election, we are on the case. For the moment, try a bluffer's guide to politics with Mary Ann Sehart on January 15th. Now, this mail was written on 12/12/2013, 7:04:16 p.m. Here's it, and you can find it on justice.government/Epstein. So you should come with your homework. You don't even know your own reader has been named in Epstein Files. Having said that, I didn't speak. You let me complete. Let me complete. Let me complete. Let me complete, Mr. Mishra. Mr. Mishra, let me complete.
You should tell who
Gauri, can you please control him? I
Because
don't speak over
Let her respond. Let her respond. Let her respond.
Sorry, this is unfair. Thank you, Gauri.
Radhika, the
Now, he
question
said-
is, the question and the focus, when you take to Sonia Gandhi, those are legit questions and Congress party should respond to that. But the primary fact that we are asking, which is about what the statutory proposal says and
let me just
alleges
come to-
that why Rahul Gandhi should actually lose his Lok Sabha membership.
Let me come to all the points. I'll quickly even talk about when he said, the Congress spokesperson said, we are ready to authenticate. भाई साहब पहले ये बताइए आप नेहरू प्लेस से लेकर आए थे क्या जनरल साहब की किताब? Because Penguin has said that the book was not being published. When you're talking about authenticating, let's start with that. How much did you pay? 20 paisa page or 30 paisa page to get that printed at Nehru Place? Because that is clearly forged and foul. And the general himself and Penguin have said that we have not given any copies to anyone. Second thing, now he also said that Parliament is not a space for opposition. Let me remind you, sir, it is not just a space for opposition. Parliament is a space for the nation. The opposition has a role, yes, but that role is to debate, question, scrutinize, not disrupt, not intimidate, or not stage a managed outrage. You cannot go around pulling a member of Parliament. Did you see, Gauri, the way he behaved with Honorable Prahlad Joshi ji? He started pulling him. Is that the way how a leader who claims that he belongs to Mahatma Gandhi's party behaves? Is that the way? Have you seen how the female MPs
So there are a lot of things at play here. Okay, there are a lot of things at play here. And I'm going to count just 5. I'm just going to count 5, Radhika. Okay, so what Neeraj Mishra is showing there is that pre-order link. But Neeraj Mishra, that is a pre-book. No, that's a pre-book release link that actually was. Let me finish. After a while, that link was not receptive because the publisher went back to all those who had pre-ordered saying that the book is not available. So that's the link that you're actually showing Neeraj Mishra right now. That's the pre-order link.
Just give me
which the publisher clarified about a year ago in 2024 itself.
10 seconds.
No, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. But let me ask you these things, which is that there are 5 instances that the BJP courts or the government courts, the treasury benches say, well, there's now a pattern that is emerging as far as leader of opposition is concerned. all of it shows that the conduct is not just unbecoming of the leader of opposition, but devoid of facts, devoid of propriety, and therefore it should go to the ethics committee. You respond to that?
I'll tell you, Gauri. A stockbroker turned home minister of this country is master at intimidating people. And about this Naravane's book, that intimidation is happening. But people in this country know the fact. He has been on record stating that what was written. Now he makes a U-turn on his statement that we can't help it. The book is available. The book was there. The book is there. It is being... the publisher's
the book is not available. Neeraj Mishra, the book is not available. The publisher has clarified that. The author has clarified that. And there is no copy of the book that can be submitted to back the claims by the leader of opposition. And you know, that is something that we've been debating the last couple of days. Completely out of time, but in the spirit of fairness. In the spirit of fairness,
I have an objection, Gauri. You cannot call a former army chief 10 seconds. This is incorrect. I take objection to the Congress spokesperson calling General Naravane Sahab this Naravane.
This intimidation exercise.
Sorry, this is not acceptable.
And they want to
Alright, so this is essentially the state of Indian Parliament. You can see that both spokespersons representing the two sides of the political discourse speaking over each other, ensuring that serious issues, serious questions that we are asking sort of get lost.